Baby, lay on back and relax. Kick your pretty feet up on my dash. No need to go nowhere fast. Let's enjoy right here where we at. Who knows where this road is supposed to lead? We got nothing but time. As long as you right here next to me, everything's gonna be alright. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be.
I don't mean to be so uptight, but my heart's been hurt a couple times by a couple guys that didn't treat me right. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, 'cause I'm tired of the fake love. Show me what you're made of, boy, make me believe.
Whoa, hold up, girl, don't you know you're beautiful? And it's easy to see. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be. So come on, ride with me, ride with me, see where this thing goes. So come on, ride with me, ride with me, baby, if it's meant to be. Maybe we do,
Maybe we don't,
maybe we will, maybe we won't. But if it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. Sing it, baby. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. Let's go. So won't you ride with me, ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be, if it's meant to be,
it'll be,
it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be, if it's meant to be,
it'll be,
it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be.
All my ladies, all my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. You see me, I do what I gotta do, oh yeah. On the gas list, no need to queue, oh yeah. Me and my crew, we got the juice, oh yeah. So come here, let me mentor you. Well, some say I'm bossy, 'cause I am the boss. Buy anything, I don't care what it costs. Stack like a casino, I'm Monte Rustino. If you're the supreme, then I'm Diana Ross. All my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. Report to the dance floor when I say, oh yeah.
Step 2.
Tell mom you'll be out too late, oh yeah.
Step 3.
Pull up your bumper, cock up your waist, oh yeah.
Step 4.
Grab somebody now face to face and say that you're bossy, 'cause you are the boss. Buy anything, you don't care what it costs. Act like a casino, I'm Monte Rustino. If you're the supreme, then I'm Diana Ross. All my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction.
Yo, send me have everything when you want, put it on me. The dad not the realest talk, 'cause she don't play. It's him love all the way me do me thing. Y'all love it back up on it. Y'all love it stop up on it. Bad gal, no for do your thing, no for do your thing. Say no for do your thing, bad gal, mashing up the thing, mash up the thing, pon him.
Say that you're bossy, 'cause you are the boss. Buy anything, you don't care what it costs. Stack like a casino, I'm Monte Rustino. If you're the supreme, then I'm Diana Ross. All my ladies, wind to the left, sway to the right, drop it down low and take it back high. Bitch, I don't need introduction, follow my simple instruction. Wind to the left, sway to the right, drop
friends always tell me I get carried away. Sometimes I spit when I talk cause I have so much to say. They don't seem to hear me, but I guess it's okay. It's not their fault my mind's working overtime with no pay. They always say the same things and it's starting to get old. That my head can't get sick, it can't catch a cold. I scratch and I pick, my insecurities poke. My fears, my anxiety, a voice that provokes. Take a walk, clear your head, breathe in, count to 10. Cause on the first page of life written in red, you'll never make it here if you don't learn how to bend.
Don't speak unless you're spoken to, little girl. Someday you will find your place in the world. But ladies don't get dirty. Someday you'll learn to fill the empty space with empty faith.
Every day feels like a battle and I always get hurt. I was frequently told violence was never the answer, but life doesn't abide by the rules of a child. I don't know how to fight, only taught how to surrender. There's a certain kind of darkness that does a reaping. It usually takes you right before you are sleeping. Is it the crack in the door that it finds a way to creep in, or the crack in your brain that wants you to drop dead? I don't remember what it's like to see with clear vision. I wake every morning like the dead has arisen. I don't have to think this body of mine is a prison. You don't control me, I just gotta find the light switch. But the more that I look, the further I get. You're the only thing about me that needs to be fixed. Cause on the first page of life written in fine print, stop looking for light, live it instead.
And don't speak unless you're spoken to, little girl. Someday you will find your place in the world. But ladies don't get dirty. Someday you'll learn to fill the empty space with empty faith.
My mind is a mess, but I love it nonetheless. They tell me to hush, but my words are all that's left. So on the last page of life, written in gold, don't waste it, always doing what you're told.
So good, so good, so good, so good. You know my love is so good, so good, so good, so good. You know my love is more potent than anything in the cup that you're holding. One little taste will have you open. I know you want some, too strong. No limits, it's artificial, so take your time with it. It goes straight to your head, control your mind with it. I know you want some, you know I'm the only one that gets you higher, babe. And you ain't gotta worry, cause you know I got it, babe. Stuck on it cause my love's so good, so I keep coming back to get some more. Got you in your feelings all emotional, my love, my love. So good, so good, so good, so good. You know my love is so good, so good, so good, so good. You know my love is my love, ain't running out. Got an endless supply, there'll never be a drought. I put you to sleep, you never leave the house. I know you want some. You know I'm the only one that gets you higher, baby. And you ain't gotta worry, cause you know I got it, babe. Stuck on it cause my love's so good, so I keep coming back to get some more. Got you in your feelings all emotional, my love, my love. So good, so good, so good, so
on your ways, front way, back way. You know that I don't play. Streets not safe, but I never run away, even when I'm away. OT, OT, there's never much love when we go OT. I pray to make it back in one piece. I pray, I pray. That's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me.
Baby, I like your style.
Strength and guidance, all that I'm wishing for my friends. Nobody makes it from my ends. I had to bust up the silence. You know you gotta stick by me. Soon as you see the text, reply me. I don't wanna spend time fighting. We got no time, and that's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. Taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me.
You made plans and I made problems. We were sleeping back to back. We knew this thing wasn't built
Communication systems are part of modern life, but they're also vulnerable to cyber attacks. At GCHQ in Scarborough, we work against these threats. Our radio frequency signals team use unique technology to keep our systems secure. You can be a part of that team. With our specialist training and world-class support, you won't just become skilled in RF communications, you'll become skilled at protecting the country. Apply now at gchq-careers.co.uk.
There are some things you'd never skip, like leg day, or Saturday morning yoga, or the pizza you buy yourself as a reward for doing leg day and yoga. But with Spotify Premium, you can skip as many songs as you want, and you won't hear an ad. So you'll have the perfect music to soundtrack your workout. Get 3 whole months of Premium for just 99p.
I'm jealous, I'm overzealous. When I'm down, I get real down. When I'm high, I don't come down. I get angry, baby, believe me. I can love you just like that, and I can leave you just as fast. But you don't judge me, 'cause if you did, baby, I'd judge you too. No, you don't judge me, 'cause if you did, baby, I'd judge you too. 'Cause I got issues, but you got them too. So give them all to me, and I'll give mine to you. Bask in the glory of all our problems, 'cause we got the kind of love it takes to solve them. Yeah, I got issues, and one of them is how bad I need you. You do shit on purpose. You get mad and you break things. Feel bad, try to fix things. But you're perfect, poorly wired circuit, and got hands like an ocean. Push you out, pull you back in. 'Cause you don't judge me, 'cause if you did, baby, I'd judge you too. No, you don't judge me, 'cause you see it from the same point of view. 'Cause I got issues, but you got them too. So give them all to me, and I'll give mine to you. Bask in the glory of all our problems, 'cause we got the kind of love it takes to solve them. Yeah, I
shame, shame. Shame on me, baby. I ain't gonna change. Shame, shame, shame on me. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on me, baby. I ain't gonna change. No, unforgettable sweet little unforgettable thing. So incredible. No, when I'm not sorry, I'm just laughing out loud. I don't care if you're scared of a sweet little unforgettable thing. Unforgettable thing. I know it's hard. I know we got something that money can't buy. Fighting in fits, biting your lip, loving till late in the night. Tell me I'm too crazy, you can't tame me, can't tame me. Tell me I have changed, but I'm the same me, same me. Inside. If you don't like the way I talk, then why am I on your mind? If you don't like the way I rock, then finish your glass of wine. We fight and we argue, you'll still love me blind. If we don't fuck this whole thing up, guaranteed I can blow your mind. And tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. And tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Yeah, I'm so bad. Best that you've had. I guess you're digging the show. Open the door. You want some more. When you wanna leave, let me know. Tell me I'm too crazy, you can't tame me, can't tame me. Tell me I have changed, but I'm the same me, same me. Inside. If you don't like the way I talk, then why am I on your mind? If you don't like the way I rock, then finish your glass of wine. We fight and we argue, you'll still love me blind. If we don't fuck this whole thing up, guaranteed I can blow your mind. And tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tell me I'm too crazy, you can't tame me, can't tame me. Tell me I have changed, but I'm the same me, oh same me. Inside. If you don't like the way I talk, then why am I on your mind? If you don't like the way I rock, then finish your glass of wine. We fight and we argue, you'll still love me blind. If we don't fuck this whole thing up, guaranteed I can blow your mind. And tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. And tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind.
I woke up with a fear this morning, but I can taste you on the tip of my tongue. Alarm without no warning. You're by my side and we've got smoke in our lungs. Last night we were way up, kissing in the back of the cab. And then you say, love, baby, let's go back to my flat. And when we wake up, never had a feeling like that. I got a reason, so man, put that record on again. I don't wanna hear sad songs anymore. I only wanna hear love songs. I found my heart up in this place tonight. Don't wanna sing mad songs anymore. Only wanna sing your song, 'cause your songs got me feeling like I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. When I kiss your lips, feel my heartbeat thump. And now we're way up, dancing on the roof of the house. And then we make love right there on your best friend's couch. And then you say, love, this is what it's all about. So keep on kissing my mouth and put that record on again. I don't wanna hear sad songs anymore. I only wanna hear love songs. I found my heart up in this place tonight. Don't wanna sing mad songs anymore. Only wanna sing your song. 'Cause your songs got me feeling like I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. Yeah, you know, your songs got me feeling like I don't wanna hear sad songs anymore. I only wanna hear love songs. I found my heart up in this place tonight. I don't wanna sing mad songs anymore. I only wanna sing your song. 'Cause your songs got me feeling like I don't wanna hear sad songs anymore. I only wanna hear love songs. I found my heart up in this place tonight. I don't wanna sing mad songs anymore. Only wanna sing your song. 'Cause your songs got me feeling like I'm in love, 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 I'm in love. Yeah, you know, your songs got me feeling like I don't miss your dirty clothes on the floor. No one leaves the lights on anymore. The towers are hanging just where they should. It's drop dead quiet in my neighborhood. I'm not that fragile. I'm not gonna break. Love's so overrated. I'm not gonna need, not gonna need, not gonna need you if I fall. So why am I crying? I'm not gonna miss, not gonna miss, not gonna miss you, not at all. So what am I doing here on the floor crying? I don't need your love notes to cheer me up. I can live without that kind of stuff. Oh, you don't have to wake me with a kiss every day. I'm tired of roses anyway. I'm not that fragile. I'm not gonna break. Love's so overrated. I'm not gonna need, not gonna need, not gonna need you if I fall. So why am I crying? I'm not gonna miss, not gonna miss, not gonna miss you, not at all. So what am I doing here on the floor crying? So don't you worry about me. Go on, enjoy being free.
An 18-year-old says her Apple Watch alerted her to a serious health issue.
I was sitting in church, and at first it was 160, and so I went to go show my mom, and I went to 190, and that's when the notification went off to seek medical attention.
Deanna Rechenwald says it started when the device picked up on an unusual heart rate. Her mom, Stacy, is a nurse. She took Deanna's pulse, which confirmed what the watch was reporting. So they went to the emergency room.
They did a bunch of tests and blood work, and then the blood work came back showing that my kidneys were failing.
Stacy says she thought the watch was just a fitness device, and didn't realize it had the potential to save her daughter's life.
I just kept thinking of, you know, all the kids that we've heard in the news, the college kids going away, and just the sudden deaths and the parents not knowing that there was any problems or, you know, no underlying causes. And I really felt like that would have been Deanna if this wasn't caught early, because she didn't have any symptoms of the kidney issue. So I just sat there and I felt like I just wanted to notify Apple.
She wrote a letter to the company and says CEO Tim Cook responded to her saying how happy he was the watch caught the problem. Since they've shared their story, Stacy says she's gotten offers from people who say they're willing to donate a kidney to Deanna when she needs one.
I can't wait to live out my life the way that I was supposed to and just reach people that need to be reached, because the story is not meant just to be for me.
For InsideEdition.com, I'm Mara Matubano.
Today we will go to the most special part of Athens, the Acropolis. But first, we are visiting the archaeological sites surrounding the Acropolis. Beneath the Acropolis is the world's first, the theater of Dionysus. All the tragedies and comedies that have survived to this day were first performed here. Aeschylus, Sophocles, Aristophanes, they all came through here. It seated 70,000 audience members. It is very beautiful here. Let's move on. They say this hill was inhabited 5,000 years ago. Yes, 5,000! And of course, the lord of the Acropolis area acquired great power and at some point became the ruler of all Attica. But there are always enemies who force this ruler to fortify the Acropolis with a wall of huge stones. The Cyclopean Wall. Beneath the Acropolis is the Odeon of Herodes Atticus. It was built by the Roman conquerors of Athens. It is an ancient theater that still operates and has hosted some of the greatest artists in the world, including Maria Callas. Let's continue. Before we reach the highest point of Athens, we can see olive trees everywhere. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, gave the city that tree. That's why Athenians gave her name to the city. And finally, we're at the Acropolis, the highest point in the city. The Acropolis has a main temple, the Parthenon. Yes, a temple dedicated to Athena. This place has gone through a lot. On the next episode, I will tell you more about the history of this temple. Follow me!
So which one's your favorite?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter jelly? What's your other favorite?
Poo-poo.
Cool! I love having boys!
Sugar. Sugar. Everything has sugar. I'm Hannah, I'm the world's okayest mom, and my family has a sugar problem. Now, I feel like it's my fault because I'm a busy working mom and I let a lot of things slide and I kind of say yes a little bit too much. And so now my kids are expecting treats all the time and I feel like their behavior's suffering as a result. They're not getting good sleep and they're throwing a lot of tantrums lately. Now, I'm not a nutritionist, but I think we can all agree that too much sugar is not good for you. So I want to try something. For one whole week, I'm gonna cut out all added sugar from my family's diets. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna last a whole week, not saying we're gonna be okay with this. And we might end up eating each other at the end, but I'm gonna stay positive and see what happens, so wish us luck. So some ground rules for the week, because sugar is kind of a broad term. The sugar that we were cutting out was added processed sugar. We weren't cutting out fruit, we're not cutting out fruit juice, but anything that has sugar added to it or any processed sugar at all was off the table. So I went specially grocery shopping at the beginning of the week for this experiment. Goodbye. So I am pretty shaken up over how much stuff actually has sugar in it. I felt completely lost in that grocery store, and I was like checking every label, and I'd get through like 90% of the ingredients, and then boom, at the bottom, sugar. I was very surprised to see just how much has sugar in it that I've thrown in my cart and not even thought about, like tomato sauce. When I was looking at the different brands, I actually found one that didn't have sugar in it. And so had I just taken the time before to check.
Keep our systems secure. You can be a part of that team. With our specialist training and world-class support, you won't just become skilled in RF communications, you'll become skilled at protecting the country. Apply now at gchq-careers.co.uk.
An 18-year-old says her
a dad coming home after work, eating dinner, and then enjoying some brownies for dessert.
The brownies were actually pot brownies left by his adult children. Our Aaron Murray spoke to the man about the baked experience.
After sharing his car with his adult children, this dad says he thought he scored when he found some brownies while bringing in groceries Tuesday.
I heated some leftover pizza and I thought, oh cool, I got brownies to go for dessert with my pizza.
But about a half hour after eating the brownies, this dad started to feel different. A little dizzy. All in all, a bit off. Then it hit him like a ton of bricks.
And I was like, wow, I am really high.
So we confided in his wife, saying,
I've got some really bad anxiety. I said, I really think I'm wasted. I don't know how I got wasted.
So for the new year, I decided to take a look at something on Facebook, and it really disturbed me, right? So I didn't think it was real. Check this out. This is Kraft American cheese, right? Now this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I grew up eating this. A lot of other people grew up eating this. I'm gonna show you what happens when you burn Kraft American cheese. It's supposed to melt like every other cheese, right? Listen to that. This is plastic. This is ridiculous. Every other cheese melts. I didn't believe this until I went to my fridge and got this cheese or cheese product. And literally, I'm burning this and it's not melting. You hear that? And it smells like burnt plastic. Yeah. Are you kidding me? You're literally eating plastic. Educate yourself.
Where the mold is?
No, go ahead.
Oh, that's melting. It's bubbling up.
Okay, now go get the other one.
Look, Miranda.
I see. Oh. So that's real cheese.
This is real cheese, everybody. Look at it. Slowly melting. Drip. Drip. That looks like more than cheese.
Leave it there.
Alright.
Go back.
We're never eating that crap again.
No. And what kind of cheese is this one?
This is Borden's, aka fake. And Kraft is also basically going to do the same thing.
Pour Roman, cette machine peut traduire. You have a piece of technology that is used differently by everyone. Et c'est vrai.
Hey guys, it's Nico.
And it's Marissa.
And Jack. You forget Jack. To start with a little bit of chocolate in your hair.
We're here with Jacques Torres.
Hi, Jack.
He's a Mr. Chocolate himself, and he's gonna teach us how to make some chocolates. So what are we gonna do today?
We're going to work on chocolate techniques. How to do some little decoration that you can use into your desserts, into a plate, you can put that on top of a cupcake, or just to impress your friends.
Yell at us and tell us to get our aprons on.
Chop, chop, let's start, get your apron. Imagine that a friend calls you and wants to stop by for coffee. desserts. You have no desserts. You have 30 minutes. What can you do in 30 minutes? You can do that in less than 30 minutes.